What up, everybody? It's your boy Jay from Brother Cousin's Toy Review, and today what I'm going to be doing is not exactly the review, but just pretty much showing you my collection updates. Now, if you remember, and if you've been following my page from day one, you know I started out my video doing showing my collection pretty much the way I'm doing right now. Since then things have changed. I moved into my house. Back then I was in an apartment, so now I just want to show you guys how my collection has grown and everything. So start off, just want to show you, this is the collector's room right here. This is my main figure room and everything. So yeah, this is where all the action happens. Right here pretty much is my review table right here, which I got from IKEA. I think I paid about 30 bucks for it, and it's a real cool little table. And I got my lights, my tripod for my camera, and I do a lot of my filming with the iPhone camera. I'm still in the process of researching and getting a real good camera. I think the camera I'm looking at the Canon mirrorless ERS or something like that. But for now I'll be doing all my filming with my iPhone. And so that's what I use to do my reviews. Got the Mac right there, all that stuff. I'm looking at figures, as you can see. Got a couple posters. Got my Deadpool Chimichanga poster, which I got from Ocean City, which I love. And of course, you know I had to get the throwback Star Wars. Not A New Hope, but Star Wars poster. Probably gonna get the other three from the the other two from the original trilogy pretty soon, but that's there for right now. And we have right here, we have the Back to the Future 2 poster, along with pretty much one of my prized possessions, the Back to the Future DeLorean, Doc Brown and Marty Mcfly. I love this set, and as you can see right now, I actually have it displayed in a fish tank, and I think it looks pretty damn good. I think it took me not too long to put it together. Actually, it did take me a kind of while to put it all together. I mean, it's one thing to drop it in a fish tank, but what I did, if you look at the top, is I pretty much cut off the top, which pretty much was just netting. And I pretty much cut it off, took some shears and some wire cutters, which took me a long time, cut up my hands a couple times, but you know it's not fun until you get hurt. So I actually got hurt a little bit doing it, but you know, I was working fast and I wanted to get it done. But what I did is I cut the netting off, and I took a big piece of plexiglass from Home Depot, cut that, and installed it in here right here. So that's how that works. And then I have some lights. Got the IKEA, I think it's called the Diogler lights that's going on with it. And yeah, that's how I got that displayed. And I remember, I think somebody in one of the collector groups that I follow on eBay, I think he had just got the DeLorean. He said he was building a case and everything like that. And I said, dude, why don't you just put it in a fish tank? And then he sent me a message back, and he was like, no. And I'm like, okay, so he must be doing something great. I mean, hey, you know, if it's better than this, I'm sure. I mean, this is not the most practical way of doing it, but I mean, I think it's the most affordable. So, you know, hey, to each his own. I think it looks good, and I think it, you know, works out perfectly. And you can see everything displayed. Got Doc Brown in there looking all shocked and surprised. My boy Christopher Lloyd looking good, looking great. And we got Marty looking cool as fuck. Looking cool as fuck in that DeLorean. Also, the DeLorean and all my lights are actually synced up to Alexa, so I could just do this. Alexa, turn on the DeLorean.
Okay.
There you go. It's beautiful. So I can just give that command, and that just turns it on. You know, I don't have to fiddle with wires or open up the lid. You know, open up the hood and do all that shit. Just works like that. And I mean, shame on Hot Toys for making this vehicle, and it just kills me that for all these big pieces like this that they don't give you like AC adapters. You have to go out and buy it and figure it out yourself. I mean, and please, if you do that, be careful, do some research. And who knows, if you guys have questions about how I did that and what AC adapter I bought to get this done, please just let me know. I'll give you all the information. I'm real cool. I contact. I'm real responsive. So if you have any questions about that, just let me know. Shoot me a message and I'll get back to you and I'll try to help you out with that. So I'm gonna move on to the rest of the collection. Right now, I just got that wrestling belt. I got it. I actually got this when Toys R Us was going out of business last year, and I managed to get this for about $50. So yeah, I got this one, and I got a friend one as well. So I'm actually gonna start collecting the wrestling belts. I'm a big wrestling fan, big WWE fan, now AEW fan. Love all that shit. That's just my guy, and I love this belt. Love this belt design. I really don't like the Universal title that much, but I do like this one. I like this title a lot. I think I'm definitely going to collect the Smoke and Skull Steve Austin belt. I think that's one of my favorite belt designs. I grew up watching that, so watching Stone Cold, and Stone Cold's one of my favorite wrestlers. So definitely going to get that. Probably the $1 Million Man, the $1 Million belt. Probably get that, and I think the 1980. I think that's the 89 belt with the big wings. I think that's the belt. My boy, what's his name? Who did he take the belt from? He took it from Ultimate Warrior. Took it from Hulk Hogan. I think that's the belt. If you, all my wrestling fans, I may be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me know. But I think that's the belt. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna start getting the belts. All right, so let's move along. Showing my hot toy. The rest of the hot toys. We got the Ragnarok Collection looking good at the top, and we got Thanos and Tony stabbing. Stabbing Tony. Iconic scene, real iconic scene. I'm sorry for the lights back there. Yeah, but you can see it right there. Moving along, up top here we got. That's right, Stan Lee. I'm so happy I got this figure. Stanley and Deadpool. I think this was the best place to put Deadpool in the collection. Even though right now he's kind of part of Marvel, but he isn't kind of part of Marvel. So I think Stan Lee and Deadpool standing together look cool. And I love that pose. Right above that, you got me and the wife with Stan Lee, which that kind of inspired me to get this figure when I met him that time. I think this was back in 2017. It was either 2017? It was either 2017 or 2000. I think it was 2017. So when I met him, I was thinking Stan probably isn't going to be too long for this world, so I better go grab that figure. And I actually grabbed that figure probably like a month after meeting him. And we all know the inevitable happened. And but so glad that I got that. And he was a great guy. He was real good, real cool to me. And I feel proud that I actually was able to just tell him thank you. And he didn't really say that much. I could tell he was kind of tired at that time when he was doing the meet and greets and stuff. But he was still real nice, real cool. But yeah, I got to tell him thank you, and he was like, "Oh, thanks." and it was cool. It was real cool experience, and just glad to put that together in my collection. Moving along, we got the NECA quarter scale turtles, and this is sorry. I know y'all seen my hands all in the camera. Sorry. You would do with my iPhone, and this is how it is. But whatever. Love these figures. These figures are amazing. I mean, this is my Ninja Turtles. I know the kids got the rise of the Ninja Turtles and all that right now, but 1990 Ninja Turtles, that's my jam. That's my shit right there. So, had to get those. I grew up loving these costumes, and I don't know if you guys ever saw it, but the behind the scenes footage of the making of Turtles 2 kind of like changed my whole life, really. It made me want to be an artist. and all that other type of stuff, and just love costumes and figures and all that shit. Because looking at how they did the puppetronics is amazing. I still think the puppetronics and those suits are way better than any damn CGI they do today. So I love these. These are definitely close to my heart and will always stay in my damn collection. Right there we have Avengers Infinity War Cup that I got when that came out. I got that there just for the time being. I'm probably going to get a can of mutagen to put that there right now. Once I get that all set up. What we got right here is we have Shredder and the Foot Soldier, which those look great. I actually have the Foot Soldier connected to Shredder connected to Marty Mcfly's flight stand. Just because, you know, these figures don't come with stands, but they're a little flimsy. The Turtles actually stand pretty good. So they really didn't need stands, but the human characters kind of needed them. Okay, so now let's go to the first DTOF. We have these wonderful guys right here. Mark 6, and Mark 7, which I just did a review on. And I love these figures. These are like my favorite old school Iron Man figures. I think the Mark 6 and Mark 7 are like the best of the best Iron Man figures of that time. I mean, they're just amazing. They're just great. And we also have the original Avengers going with that because, you know, these are from the original Avengers. So I just had to put all the original Avengers together. We have the original Avenger Thor, the original Avenger Captain America. And guys, let me know, are you guys gonna get the new version of the in-game Captain America from the Avengers? Because that figure looks dope. I mean, definitely want to update a head sculpt, because if you look at that head sculpt, it definitely hasn't aged well. Hasn't aged well at all. But, you know, hey, it was years ago. It was 2013. So, you know, they had to do what they had to do. But, yeah. Right there we have, we got Black Widow, Nick Fury, and Hawkeye. Can't wait for that new Hawkeye to come out. The Endgame Hawkeye. Or Ronin. Got Loki, which that is my only Loki figure, and I think that's the best one. They did it with that one. They really can't top it. Of course, we got my boy Phil Coulson with the big chopper. Looking cool. Ugh, get up. Yeah, right now we have the Iron Spider, which I really wish that they did like some type of die cast to the Iron Spider, just so you wouldn't have to worry about all those creases in the figures. But like I said before, I spent a lot of money on these figures, and I definitely want to keep them in good condition, great condition. But I'm sorry, I like having fun with it. You know, I never understand the collectors that like buy figures and just keep them in the box. I'm like, I'm just gonna keep them. I just don't get that. Now, if you're buying multiples, yeah, go ahead and do that. But man, you buy these, have fun, pose them, put them in cases. Hey, that's what they built for. Shit, have fun with it. Moving on with the in-game stuff here, we got War Machine, which I love that War Machine. That is my favorite version of War Machine. The camo print looks good. I did a review on that. And also Black Widow, she looks cool. I had to style her hair. It was real funny, you know, me up there combing and styling her hair. But I mean, Scarlett Johansson is so hot. That's all I gotta say. She hot. So I really didn't mind doing that, strangely. But, you know, that's just how it goes. Yeah. And we got my boy Cap right there looking cool as hell with the Wakanda shields. Which I hate the Wakanda shields. I really didn't like them that much, to be honest with you. But, hey, I gotta admit, it's a cool figure. Looks dope. Moving along. Got Rocket, Teenage Groot, and Thor looking cool with the Stormbreaker. And then moving down, we got all by his damn self, the Homecoming Peter Parker Spider-Man, which I'm so happy that Sideshow and Hot Toys are bringing back out the reissue of I can't even remember what mark it is, but y'all know what I'm talking about. The Homecoming Iron Man, the silver and red joint. That joint look cool. Is that the Mark 47? I think that's the Mark 47, yeah. And I can't wait, when that comes out. I think that comes out, that's scheduled to ship in September. So he won't be alone, for long. They'll be together. I know a lot of collectors are mad about that, especially if you spent $250 for that one. But hey, anyway, moving right along, we got the Black Panther figures. Man, I waited for a long time for this damn collection. It took a while. We got T'Challa, got Eric Killmonger, especially for this Eric Killmonger figure. I feel like I waited forever for this damn thing, but we finally got it, and he looked cool as shit. Definitely got T'Chaka and Shuri. T'Chaka on the throne, looking cool as fuck. Yep. And we got Star-Lord and Yondu. Love Yondu. Yondu cool as shit. Also, I'm gonna start posting up my my con pictures. I actually took a couple right before this figure came out. I actually met damn it, I can't remember his name. Dude to play Yondu. Damn it, I can't remember his name. Shit, I'm on the spot. I'll just put it there in the text. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Yeah, but I met him. Like, I think about 6 months before this figure came out. And he was cool as hell. Cool as hell. But man, I was so mad because I really wanted him to sign this damn thing. But you know how it goes. Yeah. And right there we have Ant-Man, which that's my favorite Ant-Man costume. When the hell are the Ant-Man and Wasp figures coming out? I mean, Jesus, I feel like they've been on pre-order like forever. Shit. Right here, moving right along, this was a Christmas present from my wife. Thank God. I mean, I got a great wife. Gotta say that. I do. Because she got this for me for Christmas. Ain't gonna lie, we paid a little bit for it. I actually was in an auction for them, and I lost the auction, and it sucked. And then I had to actually go on eBay, and I hate buying figures on eBay. That's how I started my Hot Toys collection, by buying a lot of figures on eBay. But now, I mean, you could just get, the scalpers just go crazy. And I mean, this one I got a good deal on it. I'll tell you, I paid about $4 altogether with shipping and tax. I know tax. Fuck. eBay, you gotta pay tax on eBay now. It's crazy. I don't even know what's the point of those eBay bucks. But yeah, I paid about $400 for it. And this was it was displayed one time, but it damn sure was like in mint condition. The box was ridiculous. The box looked like, it looked completely brand new. And so glad to have it. It's a great part of my collection. I love Terminator. Terminator is my shit. So I even got a Terminator tattoo, so I was glad to get this one. Moving along, we got this is a Christmas present from last year, from 2008. And I love these figures. I couldn't, that's the one thing when you're displaying these figures in DTOFs. The bottom rows, a lot of you just lose a lot from the bottom rows. And how my collection, as you see, is set up now, I really don't have any space to put them on risers right now. But, I may have to rethink this stuff because I really get upset when, I have to move figures down. And I wasn't ready to move these down yet, so I wanted to keep them up. But I had to move these great figures down. So, every so often I change up my display and I just move certain stuff up and move other things down. And I know you're thinking like, damn, they should be upstairs with the Terminator. So all the Terminator stuff can jive. But like I said, I didn't want to move RoboCop down yet. But love these figures. And we're on the bottom of the floor. This sucks. I hate to do this to my T-1000 motif, but there he is, T-1000 with the actually got a great deal on this figure. And I know this figure is real expensive now. And I think I got this off eBay. I got the whole set with the extra figure. I think I got it off for like $320 or something like that. It was crazy. It was a great deal. And I couldn't pass it up. All right. Now moving to the Star Wars side. Got my boys Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker. That's my Luke Skywalker right there. You know, my Luke Skywalker, you know, is a hero. Man, I'm not even going to get into it, man. I got friends. I'm so torn about the new Star Wars movie. I like it a lot, and then there's some aspects of it I don't like. It's just, it's a mind fuck. It really is. But I like it. I really like Kylo's arc in that, but that's another story. We had to talk figures. As you can see, I got that right there. One of my prized possessions. I love that saber, and that saber is actually from Saberforge. And I know Saberforge has a lot of, yes, people. Some people like them, some people don't. I'll tell you my experience with this saber. I actually bought this saber off eBay because I tend to be a very impatient person, and I did not want to wait like 8 months or whatever it is, it takes him to build me one from scratch. So I found this one on eBay. Guy sold it for a good price. I think he sold it to me with three blades. And I think I paid like maybe $320, $350 or something like that for it. And that was probably, I think back in 2016 I got this. Since then, a month after I had it, the battery just went dead. And I didn't know what the hell to do. I had to contact the person that I bought it from on eBay. He gave me the original order number. Then I contact Saberforge. They had me to write the little, I think I had to go to their site and pull down a work order or something for it to get fixed. Sent it to him. I got it back in maybe a week, and it worked fine for about a year. Then the electronics went bad again. So this time, I sent it to him, and while I'm doing all this, let me just hold it so you guys can see it since I'm talking about this thing like this. So, yeah, so after that happened, sent it back to him. I think they charged me like $60 that time because my warranty was up after fixing the first time. And I did tell him, I was like, hey, this is my second time getting this, fixed or whatever. So can you guys make sure that it's fixed correctly this time so I don't have to do this shit again? Send it to you again. And since then it's been working fine. And that was I think that was like a year and a half, almost 2 years ago. And it still works to this day. And it's a great saber. If you never had a Saberforge saber, or Ultra Saber or anything, they're good quality. They're great sabers. Like you look at that, it looks like the real thing. It has the thin neck and everything. But yeah, they have problems. I will say that they have problems, but they look nice. So yeah, if you're interested in getting one, just know that. Right here, moving along, we got the original New Hope cast right there. Everything there is Hot Toys except for R2-D2. This R2-D2 is actually a Spiro droid, and with them standing on a base, he actually looks in scale with everything else. If I took them off the bases, then he probably would look a little out of scale, but he looks more in scale with it right now, so I just kept that one. Still got to get C-3PO. I think I got some sideshow points, so I'm going to go ahead and get him. We got Boba Fett here. Love this Boba Fett. Can't wait for the Mandalorian to come out so I can put them together. That is going to be dope. That's going to be a dope shelf. Yeah. And then we have some Force Awakens figures. Got Rey, Kylo in the back, and Stormtrooper Finn. I actually sold my regular would he be? Well, he was part of the Resistance. Then the first Finn, I actually sold him because I was like, hey, I don't need two Finns. Even though I met John Boyega, and John Boyega is great, but I didn't really need two Finns. I really liked the Stormtrooper version. I thought the Stormtrooper figure is just great, and I mean that's a good figure. They don't talk about it enough. The Finn Stormtrooper, I mean, you can actually see sweat on his brow. My brother was sweating all through the movie. That was another problem. He's always sweating. I'm like, damn, they always got to show this dude sweating. Come on, man. What the fuck? But, yeah, it's a great figure. Yeah, it looks good. Okay. Still on Star Wars side. Right now, we got I think I considered this figure of the year. Darth Maul with the speeder bike. Love this figure. I also met this guy. Met Ray Park. and he actually signed that little coin right there that you see. And he's great. My godson loved, Darth Maul. That was like one of his favorite Star Wars characters. So it was real cool that we got to meet him. We actually met him and Ian McDiarmid back, what was it, about 2000? I think in 2008, in 2018, and they were real cool. And it's funny, they were telling us things without us even really realizing what they were telling us. He didn't, they really couldn't tell us about like movie projects and stuff like that, but he did kind of hint that like, hey, you may be seeing more Darth Maul. And little after we met him that day, we saw him in Solo, and then Ian McDiarmid was reprised his role as Palpatine. So it was real cool to meet them, and real cool to have this figure. So I had to get this in my collection. Okay, we got Anakin and Obi-Wan. Man, I don't know about y'all, but I'm sad about them delaying the Obi-Wan show. I don't know what the hell that's about, but we'll figure. I guess we'll get it eventually. But yeah, back on the figures, I love these figures. That Obi-Wan just kicks ass. I really love it. And I mean, Anakin figure is great too, and that's the regular Anakin. I didn't see the point in getting the synth Anakin on the droid and the Mustafar and all that. I'm like, I had it, I bought it once. I don't need to buy two. It's just Hot Toys getting more money. And we got my boy Neo here. Neo looks great. I'm really hoping that Hot Toys makes more Matrix figures, man. Can we at least get a Trinity and Morpheus? I know it's another company out there that just made Morpheus, and I think they made Trinity too. So I may have to pick them up just to complete, the Trinity. Just to get the Holy Trinity of the Matrix together. But yeah, right now he's alone. I actually had John Wick standing next to him, but recently I sold John Wick. I actually sold John Wick, and I actually sold Daredevil as well, to get something, and I'll tell y'all about that in a minute. But moving down, we have the Punisher, John. If you look at that box right there, it's actually signed by John Berthold. He's real cool guy. Guy actually, he grew up in DC, and he came here, and we got to talk. We was talking about some places in DC, and he's a real cool guy. And decided to put the box in there with the figure just to display everything. I actually did that because I sold Deadpool. Daredevil. I sold my Daredevil, and I had to fill up that space. So I put the box there. So, and I think that's about it with this room right here for now. I know, man. I've been collecting, guys, for about, what has it been about? I've been collecting Hot Toys for about 11 years. I think I started in 2008 or 2009. So what's that, 12 years? This is 22? Yeah, about 11 years. I say 2009. My first Hot Toy was the bank robber Joker. So I know you guys were thinking like, damn, you should have more figures. I buy and sell a lot, and that's just the thing. I mean, I just got rid of it. Sometimes I get tired of looking at stuff, and if you get tired of looking at stuff, you might as well move it on and get other cooler figures. Because at that time in 2009, it wasn't a lot of these characters in movies didn't exist, especially all the Marvel stuff. So the collection evolved. And but I'm really happy with everything that I have right now, and I really can't see me parting with any of this stuff, especially because everything is so close to my heart. Especially like the Back to the Future, the Ninja Turtles, and the Marvel stuff, and Star Wars, of course. So, like I said, I sold some figures to get something cooler. So I'm going to show you that in a second. All right, so that was the collector's room. That's the main collector's room, which I call the vault, which I keep a lock on it. And I suggest people do the same thing because you don't want little hands and people coming and tearing your stuff up. So right here is the movie area. Got the Black Panther poster up there. That's right, Wakanda Forever. Also got the Avengers Endgame and the Avengers Infinity War poster. This is my humble abode, my man cave. Got a little recording studio over there. TV. I'm going to get a bigger TV. Gaming area. all that good shit. Got some art by one of my favorite artists, Pixel Poncho. That is The Flash and Captain America as robots. This guy's known for doing some real cool robots. You need to check him out. His name is Pixel Poncho. He's an Italian painter, and he's awesome. He's great. And got the Mortal Kombat arcade 1-up. I do game a little bit. I'm not a big gamer, but it's good to have this stuff in there, just to, watch time go by. I got a popcorn machine. When I went to go see Last Jedi, I had to get that. I had to get the popcorn bucket R2-D2. Got a soda machine, all that good shit. Another arcade 1-up. The Ninja Turtles, had to do that. I'm a Ninja Turtle fan. Like I said, I love Terminator. I know all this stuff is blocking that poster, but hey, that's what it is. Okay, right here, we turn on the light. It's getting kind of dark in this area. There we go. All right. I know this is a super long video, guys, but I just feel like I gotta share this all with you. Yep. So I wasn't able to go meet any of these guys, which kind of sucked. Well, I actually did meet I can't remember people's name. Michael Biehn. Jesus, I can't remember names now. But I met Michael Biehn at a con here in DC, and he was amazing. I actually got to talk to him for about 20 minutes. This dude does not care. Other people was waiting in line behind me, and we were just talking about it. And I was just telling him, like, dude, you're great. You're one of the best things. You're what the Terminator franchise is missing, And I mean, I meant it. You wasn't just saying that shit because he was in my face. I really meant it. I mean, if you know anything, if you watched the first Terminator, I mean, Arnold really didn't say shit in it. He was doing all the selling. He was selling you about why the Terminator's a bad motherfucker. So you can't do that without that exposition. So he did his job. He did great. Right here, I got an autograph from Eddie Furlong. And he was great. I didn't get to meet him. My cousin actually went out there, met Arnold. I was so damn jealous. But he did me a favor and actually got me me an autograph from Eddie Furlong and Arnold, which is dope. He also got me a autograph of the T-1000 himself, Robert Patrick. See, getting a little better with the names. Okay, so like I said, I had to sell some figures. And this is why. Bam. So, that's right, guys. The Batmobile. I love this. I had to do this. That's right. You know that saying, how the saying goes, you can't make an omelet unless you crack a few eggs. The eggs I cracked were John Wick and Daredevil. So I had to sell both of them, which I think those two sales got me like $400. And then I actually had some, I think I had some birthday money, or I had an extra job came in that gave me another $400. So I had $800. And I was like, damn, I really want a Batmobile. But at the time on eBay, the Batmobile was going for, if you look at it now, it's going for like $1,000, $1,000, $1,500, all kind of crazy prices. So I went to Toys Wonderland HK. And at that time, they was advertising the Batmobile for $700 US. And I'm like, this can't be. What the hell? Without a box, $700. So I went in and I pulled the trigger, sold those figures, put that money together, and got the Batmobile. And I love my Batmobile. And I'm going to be doing a review on this pretty soon. And I know you guys probably have seen a reviews on this all the years back, in 2013. But I figured, why not do one now in 2020 with it in 4K? Because you look at a lot of those older reviews, they didn't have 4K back then. So, I think I'll give y'all one in 4K. If y'all want me to do that, leave me a comment, let me know. But yeah, and it's funny, the Batman and Joker figures, I had those for years. And I came to the conclusion of getting the Batmobile because I actually was about to buy the quarter scale Heath Ledger Joker from The Dark Knight. And then I was like, well, damn, I could do that, but why invest $500 in that when I can invest $500 in a Batmobile and really complete this collection? And that's what I decided to do. So that's what happened. And that's how I got the Batmobile. And it is great. And once again, the electronics is controlled by Alexa. So let me do that real quick. I think I gotta yell because Alexa's in the other room. Alexa, turn on the Batmobile. Boom. There you go. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, so that is real cool to have. Real cool thing to do. So you don't have to go in and switch those wires. And I know a lot of people that have the Batmobile, they probably be like, hey, how did you do that? How did you get it plugged up? Because I don't think the Batmobile had a AC adapter. Ha. I will show. You know what? I'm not even going to tell y'all how I did that right now. You want to find out how I did that? Watch the damn review when it drops. And I'll have a review for that probably next week. Or, I'm talking about next week. I have it done in a couple of days. I actually already shot it. But yeah, if you want to see how I did that, check out the review and you'll find out. But okay, that's pretty much my room. I know my basement is still a little bare. We moved in about 6 months ago, so we're still working out everything. Go back to the figure room. But yeah, that's everything. That's my collection so far, guys. Just want to say thank you for watching. I know this has been a super long video. We're already at about 37 minutes. If you stuck with me and watched the whole thing, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the support. Remember, share, like, subscribe, bang that bell for notifications and all that good stuff. This has been Brother Cousins Adult Collectibles. Sometimes I'll slip and call it toy review. Brother Cousins Toy Reviews. Just know that it's Brother Cousins Adults Collectibles. And at this point, y'all know why I'm calling it that shit. Because we don't want no little kids watching this shit and me getting charged with $40K or some bullshit. YouTube. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.